But I do think weight is always going to be one of those things that people feel like they can just talk about openly, whether or not you want to talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing an updated Q&A. There are so many of you that are new to this channel that I'm still getting to know. Kind of like at this point right now with my channel where I'm trying to figure out what videos are gonna come next. And so there's been a little bit of a hiatus. I wanted to do a poll though. I have a poll option here at the top of this video. I have been thinking about this. I'm trying to decide whether or not I should change this channel name from Shaylee Baby to Shaylee Mirror. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on that. If you could just vote up in the poll option. I'll point an arrow to it somewhere so you guys know where it is. I am a little stuffed up today, so I apologize. So I asked you guys questions on Instagram and Facebook. And so I'm just going to try to go through as many questions as I can. Kendall G01 asks, what is the hardest part about having a strong faith, going to church, having a family, and doing YouTube? I feel like I'm always trying to balance one over the other. The housewife part of my life is a wreck. Like, my house is a disaster right now. If you guys could see it, you would see that part. I mean, some days I feel like others take priority over the others. As far as faith goes, obviously that's number one for me, but that doesn't always mean that my faith is strong and that, you know, I'm not struggling in that area. That's always going to be a lifelong struggle. Just giving myself grace every day to get through it. I'm a little bit a perfectionist sometimes, and I'm hard on myself. So if I can't do everything right all in one day, I can just be really hard on myself. So I'm learning personally to just live more free in that and know that I do have a lot that I'm balancing, and I'm not going to be able to do it all perfectly all the time, but that's okay. Brooke Samara, I think I said it right. Why did you decide to get married so young? Did you ever get cold feet? This is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like it never really was a decision. It was just kind of, it was it. Since I got married at 19 and I was so young, in my mind, the only sane solution was to get married. And you know, now I look back and I wish I would have waited a little bit, just taken that time to enjoy being engaged a little bit longer or dating, you know, a little bit longer. But it happened, it is what it is. So in that way, I don't really have regrets because it grew me a lot as a person and stretched me a lot as a person. I definitely did get cold feet. There were a few moments right before the wedding that I was like, do I really want to do this? Is this who I want to be? The main reason of that probably though was because I was moving from Colorado to Florida. So it was a huge transition and it was just a lot all at once. One Boss Babe 33 says, how do you handle people who bash you based solely on your weight? If they do, you're beautiful. I love your confidence. I lost 100 pounds over the past 5 years. That's awesome. Not awesome that people call you fat, but really awesome that you've lost 100 pounds. That's amazing. Congratulations. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't get it a lot. I don't get bashed for my weight that often. And it might just be because I own it. And I'm just like, it is what it is. Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? But when I first started this channel and I first started making videos, it was definitely one of those things that I struggled with. And I wasn't confident in myself or my body yet. And people would leave comments like, you're so beautiful for a plus size girl, or you're so pretty for a big girl. And I didn't know how to take those compliments. They were kind of like backhanded compliments. Now I'm kind of at a place where I'm just like, okay, they're being nice, you know? I see the compliment side of it. Whereas before, maybe I took it more personally. If you're surrounding yourself with people that say those things, you definitely need to get those kind of people out of your life because you don't need that negativity in your life. But I do think weight is always going to be one of those things that people feel like they can just talk about openly, whether or not you want to talk about it. They just think it's a normal thing to talk about. So I feel like it's always going to be one of those things that people are going to say just because they feel like it or just because they think they should. And so it's up to us on how we're going to react to that. Paige, if you had to sing one song for the rest of your life, what would it be? That is a great question. Probably Ever Be by Bethel, since that is my favorite worship song. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. It's Yvette asks, do you have any new plans for the future? Something you're working towards? Baby's moving career, etc. Guys, there is so much going on right now that both David and I aren't really going to talk about at this moment. But I promise you guys we're going to keep you updated as we find out more information and as things come into play. But yeah, there are a ton of things coming up. And I guess one thing I could tell you guys, which I've told you before, is I'm writing my own music, and so that's gonna be something that I'm gonna be recording in the studio soon. I originally said December I'd be releasing it, but that's not gonna happen. It's gonna be a little bit later. Roach 17, 2001. Would you guys ever leave Colorado? If so, where would you go? And I love how real you guys are and how open you are. Thank you. So David's from Florida and we lived there for 4 years. If you guys are new to this channel and you don't know that. I do not think we would be leaving, at least not anytime soon, because we love it here, and we've decided that life's a lot easier when you have like family that's nearby, and my family's not that far away. They're about 2 hours away from where we live right now. So we're hoping that we'll stay in Colorado, but you never know what will happen. So I'll just leave it at that. Mama Bear Roby asks, how has being a mom affected your friendships and relationships? Now the task of making new friends is very overwhelming. Girl, I feel you. Making friends and keeping them has always been something that I've struggled with, especially because I feel like I make the most connections at church. We've been to a lot of churches, and since we started ministry 8 years ago or so, we've been to like 6 churches or something. So I feel like it's been hard to make friends, or when I do make friends, I have to go make new friends, you know, and there have been some friends that I've kept along the way and that we've kept in contact with and everything like that, and I'm grateful for them. But as far as like going out of my comfort zone and just like walking up to moms and being like, hi, my name is Shaylee, that is super tough. Eden just started preschool, and I was actually like in the corner of the playground pushing Jude on the swing, looking at all the moms, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm such an awkward person. But now, as of last week, I was over there with them and I've gotten to know them, and that's really cool. So I think we just have to step out of our comfort zone, as much as it sucks and as much, you know, it's so uncomfortable and it's so awkward sometimes, but that's what we have to do if we want to be able to make friends. Most people aren't just going to walk up to you and start talking to you. You know, you kind of have to like search for those people that you want to spend time with. Anna Helminska asks, how do you tell if someone is the one? Is the feeling like you can't live without them, without talking to them every day? Maybe in the beginning. I think when you're like dating and you're going through that, you know, just stage of talking about marriage or talking about the future, and you're like young and madly in love, I think it's really normal to feel that way. It's much more than that. I wouldn't base, you know, who you marry off of whether or not you feel that way with them or not, because this is purely like my case and how it worked for me. But when I was dating David, I didn't feel like there was a lot of that obsession that there was with like other guys. Don't get me wrong, I still liked him a lot and everything like that. It wasn't like I didn't like him, but I wasn't like infatuated with his every move. And so that, he just yelled at me. It just showed me like what we had was real, and it wasn't just some like, you know, child infatuation. So to answer your question, I don't feel like that's going to tell you anything on whether or not they're the one.
Well, I have
Do you have anything to add?
I have the goosey bumps. I couldn't live a day without talking to her. So I would agree with your
But
question.
that doesn't mean that I was the one though.
Yeah, but she asked about if it's a feeling of not being able to go a day without talking to them. I would say yes.
Well,
that's what I would say.
Because you love the person and you want to spend time with them. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Mess to Home Vlogs. What is your favorite thing to wear? Dresses. Dresses, and preferably with leggings. That's like my go-to outfit. I'm sure this question was asked a lot. I haven't seen yet, but Colorado Mom 040715 asks, how many kids would you like to have, or are you done? I think we're done biologically, but who knows what will happen. I'm still young. David's young. We could decide to have more later on. We are definitely going to adopt, and we're excited about that. But no real update there either. We haven't even contacted like the agency yet or anything. We're kind of, we're just taking it slow, and we're really praying about it. We really want this to be something that God wants and not something that we want, you know? And so we're just praying about this. I'm excited thinking about it. Like, if I could start today on the adoption process, I would be on the computer right now looking up kids, but then I'd want to take all of them home, and it would be a struggle trying to just pick one. But I know David probably needs a little more time to adjust to life with 2 kids, because it is chaotic around here. It's not like we have that much free time or anything like that. We both definitely feel that strong urge to adopt. So Jackson Hive, what is your favorite part about being a mother? And how have you changed since becoming a mom? I think my favorite part is just like having 2 little munchkins by my side all the time. They're like my best friends. But God teaches me so much through having my own kids. You know, he teaches me how much he loves me. I see their childlike faith on a daily basis. You know, I just see how much they want to learn and how much they want to grow, and just like how incredible it is to watch little humans grow up. I mean, it's just like, it's an experience I can't explain. It just makes me appreciate my parents all the more, and appreciate God for being, you know, my Heavenly Father, and for always loving me and never leaving my side, even when I did terrible things, you know. Just gives me like a whole different outlook on life. Jess Sports, where do you get a lot of your inspiration for videos? And where do you get your fashion and makeup inspirations? So there's a few YouTubers that I follow that I absolutely love, that I feel like I follow them not only for their video content, but also for their fashion and makeup. And so there are a few of them that I follow, but honestly, I don't know. I've kind of had my own style since I was young, and sometimes it's not even considered fashionable, but I love colors, and I just love to stand out. If I remember, I will link some of the channels down below that inspire me if you guys are curious. Kaylin Padua asks, what excites you the most about YouTube? So much. I think like the potential of what I can create, and of the message that I can share, and the platform that I have here on YouTube. That's super exciting. I've seen the opportunities that have happened for friends of mine, and even for myself, that I look at it and I'm just like, this is so cool. Like, YouTube has so much possibility. Noelle asks, will you go back to singing with David on your vlogs again, like praise style songs you guys wrote, etc.? I miss those. Yeah, if that's something you guys want to see, let us know for sure. I will include more of those. I think for a while there I was like, people are probably bored by these videos, but if you guys enjoy those videos, that's something you want to see, let us know, and I'll include those back in our vlogs. Rachel Fisher asks, I'd love to know how yours and David's marriage is going. That's going to be like a whole separate video in itself. We've actually wanted to do more of like an update video on just like what's going on in our lives and stuff, so we'll be filming that soon. Sheena says, you have a beautiful voice. Have you ever had any formal voice training? Thank you. No, not really. When we went to school of worship, it was required. We had to have like one instrument we had to be coached on, and then our voice as well. And so I did do a little bit of vocal training there. Dante asks, how long have you been living in Colorado? Pretty much my whole life. I moved to Colorado Springs when I was an infant, like 9 months old. And then we lived there until I got married to David. We moved, and then we came back to Colorado. So now we're back. Talisha asks a good question. If you could do your own TV show, what would it be? Oh, that's good. Do you mean like our family on a TV show, or like our own type of TV show? I can tell you right now, we would never do reality TV because that stuff is crazy and you have no control over what's being shown, and they like to twist things. So I would never do that or go that route, but it'd be really fun to be in some kind of singing show. Don't you think, Dave?
Yeah, I would do that.
He just walked up right now. Yeah, our whole family would be awesome on that. We would love it. Our kids love to sing. The other day, I was getting ready for them to eat dinner, like I was making dinner. I had Eden sitting at the table in Judah's high chair. I look over and they're both literally like humming songs while they're eating. And that's something that David and I do too. So we're like just a family of humming singers. Irina asks, what are some of your and David's favorite things to do together as a couple? We try to go on date night like once a month at least. We've been doing pretty good at it lately. We just like to go to Denver, which is not even that far from us, and just hang out there for the day. Take the kids, go out to eat, check out cool places, go on a walk. I don't know. We're pretty simple, but we like to travel and explore. We don't like to stay like cooped up inside. Oh yeah, there's this one walk in Denver that we always do called the Highlands. If you live in this area and you've done it, let us know. Carolyn Fisher, have you guys ever thought of doing a worship channel or have a worship time on your channel? That's funny that you say that. Nobody's peeing right now, by the way. David's making a ton of noise. He's filling up the coffee machine. But David's been saying for a long time he wants to combine YouTube and worship together. So we don't know what that looks like, but I don't know. It's always been something that's on our heart. We've always wanted this to be a platform like that.
I guess we would just start a worship YouTube channel.
A worship YouTube channel.
What do you guys think of Shay Day?
Shay Day. We're not doing any more names with the name Shaylee in it. Bailey asks, what's your favorite Disney movie? What's yours, Dave?
The Lion King.
Yeah, it's mine too. We're a Lion King house. I think that is all the questions. If you guys have any more and you want them answered, leave them in the comments below, and if I see it, I will respond. Like I said before, make sure you participate in the poll, letting me know if we should end Shaylee and Baby altogether. This would be the ending. No more Shaylee and Baby. And this channel from here on out will be Shaylee Mirror. Because we are focusing on lifestyle content, and it's not just motherhood content, and there's a lot more music and parodies and stuff like that on the channel. That's why I decided to maybe change the name. So let me know your guys' thoughts on that. Vote in the poll, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching and for your support and for all your questions. And we will see you in our next video.
Let us know if you want to keep the channel name, or if it should go to Shaylee Baby, yeah.
I can't film videos in peace. Bye guys.
Closed to fear and doubt. I stopped and turned, trying to find